Through the years of my life, I've used many different tablets. From iPads to Samsungs to Lenovos, some have been big and small and work tablets or entertainment tablets, but what I settled on wasn't actually any of those, but this. This is the AllDoCube iPlay 60 Mini Pro, and it's a long name for a small tablet, but I found that it does everything really well. Now, as always, let's talk about some key features. It's got a MediaTek Helio G99. It's 8.4 inches. The battery will go all day. It's got 8 gig of RAM and another 8 gig of virtual RAM. It comes with 128 gigabytes of space. It's got an SD card slot that I haven't found a limit on yet, and a SIM card. So there's very few things I've found that it can't do. So let's start with the hardware here. I love the small size. It's the perfect blend between phone and laptop. It's not a big tablet, which seems like it's competing with a laptop, but can't do as much. On the front side, we've only got a front-facing camera. If we look to the side, we've got one large volume knob with 2 buttons, lower and higher, and then the power button. On the back, of course, we've got the back camera and a flash. And then on the other side, we've got the SIM card and SD card slot, which we'll check out. The bottom doesn't have anything except a speaker, and then the top is where they've put the other speaker and the USB 3 slot. Now, that, by the way, is a full-featured USB port. I've tested it with instruments like pianos, I've tested it with memory cards, I've tested it with USB hubs. Just think about it like a normal computer USB port. It can do anything, which really makes the tablet more expandable. Also going to grab my handy pin so we can take a look at all the slots down the side. So we've got a micro SD here and then the SIM card slot. The micro SD here, the website specifies that it can support it up to 512 gigabytes, but I've got a 1 terabyte card in there and I haven't had an issue. So this is housing a whole bunch of songs and movies and TV shows. You can fit a lot on a terabyte, which is really handy to have on a tablet. Now let's talk about navigating around the tablet. It's really responsive and snappy, and they've done some really cool things. First of all, this version of Android, you've got a right side for features and a left side for notifications. They've also added in a 2-finger swipe down, which brings it into split screen mode. So I like to have an internet browser open, and then maybe I open ChatGPT to ask questions about what I'm seeing. The other way you can do that too is any app you have open, you can swipe up and bring over to split screen mode, and that'll start it from there. Now, split screen mode works both vertically and horizontally. Alongside split screen mode, we'll keep it horizontal for now, is another way to bring apps from the side. You can have a little bar here which opens up tiny apps, which you can have as a floating window while other apps are behind it. So maybe I want my Bible open while I have my browser. And when you minimize the small screen, it stays on the side there, which is really, really useful. I use it for maybe a timer on the side, or again, quick access to ChatGPT, which I can minimize and pull back up when I need it. Or if I don't want it to be small anymore, I can just open it as the full app. Now, there is an option to have a little menu at the bottom, but I like the way they've set it up where you can swipe from either side to go back or swipe from the bottom to go home. And key for me on any device is if you hold a swipe up, you can close all of your apps instantly. Okay, let's talk about performance in the context of gaming. You can hook any remote up to this and use it as a gaming device for Steam Link or running native games since you have access to the whole Android Play Store. I found that there are very few games it can't run. If you're talking about Mobile Legends, Call of Duty, Asphalt, even some of the heavier games or emulators, Emulators for big consoles have a little bit of stuttering depending on the game, but for a $160 tablet, it does a phenomenal job playing through all these different games. If you've got a specific game you want to play, you could put it in the comments. I will be happy to test it out and let you know how it went. Now for me, I'm a musician, so I'm going to use it in a few different ways, like maybe I'll plug in my piano to jot down ideas, or even my guitar to see notes on the screen, or I'll pull up the voice recorder to get some ideas down. When I'm doing photography and video, I'll use it as a camera monitor or editing photos in Lightroom or even editing video in LumaFusion. For video creation, I use it to take down notes, plan videos, and even reference it while I'm filming, like right now I'm using it for that purpose. And then finally, just in day-to-day life, I use it as a music player in our living room or for maps in our car, since I love having that larger screen for Google Maps. And there is that SIM slot as well, so you could use it as a backup emergency number for family. It's been really nice actually to be able to go do work on my tablet without Wi-Fi as well. Now in terms of battery life, it's really incredible. I have battery anxiety. I'm used to carrying around a charger or a power bank with me, but with this I've actually found a lot of comfort being able to go out, do the work I need to, and not worry about the battery. It really does go all day, even with multiple apps open. And if you're gaming on it, you're going to get several hours of playing heavy games. And that's just incredible for the price of the tablet. Obviously, it's a larger device, so they can fit a larger battery in, but you should expect it to drop a lot slower than whatever smartphone you've got. Let's talk about the camera quality, because on tablets, it's always notoriously bad, but this does a decent job. You've got a 13 megapixel back camera, 5 megapixel front camera. Let's do a couple photos and a video just to see what that's like. Right now, I'll use the back camera. I'm going to take a lovely photo of this Starbucks cup. I'll do the same exact thing with the front camera, going the other way. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I'll put those up on the screen, and let's also do a video test. Again, taking a look at the Starbucks cup here. Really, again, for a tablet, does not look bad. I use it sometimes to take videos of my son, and then we'll flip the camera around. And this time I'll just grab myself. This is what the front camera looks like if you were going to do video calling or anything like that.
I've also just called myself and stepped into the other rooms. The quality of phone calls, which honestly is really impressive.
And the movie quality is really clear. Since the screen is so small, everything looks really sharp, and my wife and I love watching movies on it when we're traveling or just laying around. So the question is it worth it? And we have to think it does everything really well. If you like the size of it, it's $160. Oh man, is it worth it? This is my daily driver in terms of a tablet. I do use it every single day, and I think for the price, it is absolutely worth it. Whatever you're thinking of getting, this can do the same exact stuff. Your one case where it might not is if you're an artist and you're looking for something to draw on, it might not be the tablet for you in that case. But for pure entertainment or functional work, it's phenomenal for the price. It's down in the description. I could not recommend it more. AllDoCube, great job. They've also got now the iPlay 70s out, which are supposed to be even better, although maybe a little bit more expensive, but for the price, best tablet I've found yet.